Alright guys, so today's video is sponsored by .tech domains. If you're in the market to build a website, whether it be for yourself, for a brand, or possibly a business, you realize it's kind of hard to find one that's short and sweet and still pertains to what you do. Now, I actually was having that same issue, but when I realized companies like Viacom, Intel, and CES all used a .tech domain, I figured it was time to give it a shot. And right now with their Black Friday to Cyber Monday special, which is running from November 26th to December 2nd, you can get up to 90% off. All you have to do is go to the link go.tech/Gamesky and make sure to use the code BFCM19. Now all of this information will be below in the description, but I'd like to thank .tech domains for sponsoring today's video. Alright guys, so today's video we're going to take a look at a new pair of truly wireless earbuds from the company Maven. Now, a little while back, I reviewed the Mavin Airs and I absolutely loved them. So I was excited to get my hands on the new Mavin Air XR. Now, this is a pair of truly wireless earbuds that come in at $119 and has some very impressive features. But let's go ahead and check out some of the specs and what you get inside the box. Now, the first thing is these do use Bluetooth 5.0 and they also use Qualcomm's 3020 chip. So you're getting a very stable connection, and honestly this is one of the best connections I've seen on a pair of truly wireless earbuds because you can get up to 100 feet line of sight. And I also noticed within my house, even with all the walls and everything, I never experienced a drop connection. Now these also have aptX and AAC playback, so you're getting some of the best Bluetooth sound you can get right out of the box. Now on top of that, the IP rating of these is IPX7 waterproof. So this is one of those pairs that you can just go out and do whatever you need to do and not have to worry about anything. In fact, you can submerge these into water and they will be fine. Now also inside the box, they include so many pairs of ear tips. You get small, medium, and large silicone round ear tips, but they also include a small and large, like oval size ear tip as well. And that just kind of helps depending on what size ear canal that you have. And even another bonus is they also include what they call a small and large, like sport stabilizer. So if you're going to the gym or if you're going to work out or anything like that, it's more like a silicone grip that kind of fits over the earbud, which just causes them to stay in your ear a little bit better. Now, sadly, these come with a micro USB charging cable, which is kind of baffling considering all of the features that they have, that they include an older charging cable. But speaking of the charging cable, the battery life is very impressive. You're going to get around 10 hours of use on the earbuds individually, with a total of 30 hours with using the case. Now, if you do pick the earbuds up and they happen to be dead, a 15-minute charge is gonna get you around 2 hours of use. Now, moving over to the charging case, you can see that it is extremely tiny. That's kind of the theme of these truly wireless earbuds altogether, because even the earbuds themselves are very tiny as well. But the charging case has the micro USB input on the back, and then you have your 3 indicator lights on the front to let you know the battery life of the case. So now let's move over to the earbuds themselves. First off, these are extremely comfortable and so lightweight that at times you can forget that you even have them in your ear. Now these utilize the touch controls, and I'm happy to say these control everything. You have your play, your pause, skipping forward, going backwards, and then also turning your volume up and down as well. Speaking of the touch controls, for the most part, it worked completely fine, but I did notice at times it wouldn't register my touch, so you'd have to sit there and just do it a couple of times, or maybe just hit like the exact right spot for it to work. And so at times when you think you're skipping your track forward, it didn't do it and you just have to do it again. And that's kind of the case with most truly wireless earbuds that have touch control. And so for you guys that like to use your earbuds individually, you'll be happy to know that you can use either the left or the right, because these use the True Wireless Stereo Plus connection. So it's not one of those connections where it's connecting to one and then the other one is then connecting to that earbud. It's sending a signal to both earbuds individually, which causes for a more stable connection, but also allows you to use them individually. Now, as far as the microphones go on here, it's doing a very, very decent job with calls, and it uses the CVC 8.0 technology, which is doing its best to block out your outside surroundings when taking calls, so people can just hear you and not what's going on around you. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. Alright guys, so here is the mic quality on the Mavin Air XR. This is definitely not one of its strong points, but this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so here is the microphone with a crowd noise being played in the background, so you get an idea of what it would sound like if you took a call in public. So now let's talk about the sound. The sound on these are incredible. I love the sound that comes out of these. I like the sound signature. It is a very boosted and dynamic sound signature, and this is one of the loudest pair of truly wireless earbuds that you're going to hear. In fact, at times, it can get ear-piercingly loud, which some of you guys may be happy with, but to save your hearing, you probably don't want to do that all the time. Now, the sound signature of these is very turned up, especially on the treble side. In fact, when you're listening to these very loudly, it can get extremely bright. So do know that it's leaning towards a more detail and clean oriented sound, but the bass is also very tight and punchy. Everything about this pair of truly wireless earbuds is more to the accuracy and detail. It's bringing everything out the most that it can. Same thing with the mids, the details that you're hearing in male and female vocals. Everything feels very upfront, but the details that you're able to pick up in voices and also in instruments is just great on a pair of truly wireless earbuds that's just slightly over $100. Now the bass on these is also very accurate, but it is punchy. You can definitely feel the bass. It's not one of those that just kind of resonates or sits around for a little bit. It hits and then it moves on. So that works incredible with metal because of the double bass of the drums. You can hear the accuracy of each hit. Same thing with guitar riffs. Everything is just very clean and distinctive. Now the sound stage and the sound imaging on these are actually very decent as well. I would say it makes you feel like you're in a more medium to large size room. I wouldn't say it's very open sounding, but the ability to be able to tell where instruments are coming from are very strong in these. This is a very detail oriented earbud, and that leans very well towards instruments and focus on where things are coming from. So as far as my cons with these, I will definitely say that the micro USB cable is a con. The touch controls having issues at time registering touches is just more annoying than anything else, but it's something that I wish that was a little more accurate. But outside of that, this is an excellent pair of truly wireless earbuds. It fits a sound signature that I like, it's a style that I like, and the fact that it is so small and has that kind of battery life is very, very impressive. But guys, that's my video on the brand new Mavin Air XR. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.